pared down a little bit?
There is concern, but I think we'll see Justin get back to being who he was for the first 30 games. I think he and I've had a couple of talks, and he's even told you guys that he thinks he pressured himself too much and felt like he had to do this, had to do that. So I've addressed that with him, and I think that hope that that'll be helpful to him, and I think he will be.
Is that in any way a symptom of winning the Player of the Year award and maybe feeling like you've got something extra to live up to?
It could be, the first two games he hadn't won it yet. Virginia and Duke here, he didn't shoot the ball well either one of those games. But then in the tournament, of course, it had been announced, but it hadn't been announced the first two games. I just think a lot of it's the effect of who you play. When you go back and watch the tape, not that you should, you gotta have a better life than that. But if you go back and watch the tape against Virginia, London Barantes is sitting on the bench with his head down, and two different coaches come up and try to console him in the game here. And up there is the most focused I've ever seen him defensively, and he was really good. And their team is really good defensively, so if he messed it up, he had some people helping him. But I think sometimes you just have to give credit to the other team as well. And then Duke here, he did some really nice things except for shooting the ball. Joel Berry makes 5 threes in the first half, and nobody was concerned about what Justin was doing. But second half, he finally made the three, and it was a big sigh of relief for him. But he had probably 3 of the best plays passing the ball wise he's had all year. So I think just probably if you're just talking about the Player of the Year, I think it would only be for the last 2 games. But I think that's normal. People, it affects you. Sometimes guys say, "You think I was good, and you watch me now," and the other guys feel like they do have to do more.
Roy, defensively over the last month, has there been, from your perspective, kind of a gradual improvement in play, or has it been inconsistent?
It's been inconsistent, and I don't look at, I'm not one of those analytical guys that I have to look at that and see what I strongly believe. I mean, there's one stat that games that we've been, haven't gotten as many offensive rebounds, we've lost. Oh, duh. I mean, good God, you don't have to go to analytics to see that. So I think for me, I go by how we're playing, and I do think the analytics do tell you some good things, and I look at them. We've had some good moments, but we've had some bad moments, so you have the inconsistency, which is we've had all year. I mean, and this is irritating to me as a coach. In Maui, we were really good defensively a couple of times, and we haven't been consistent with it, and haven't shown those things like we did then.
Troy, before your game against Duke here, Mike had said he thought there were more teams that could win the national championship this year than any time he could remember, and that the landscape of college basketball, because of transfers and the money, had changed so much in the last 2 or 3 years that it was the top and the bottom getting closer together. No one was really talking about that. Do you see any of those dynamics at work?
Yeah, I think